stand I picked up from Lidl. It was only about €20, and basically you just put your power drill in here and it acts like a pillar drill, which I thought was good rather than having to pay X amount for a pillar drill, and also it's smaller and I have spare drills. So let's open it up and see what it's like. It'll be a bit of minor assembly. There is a manual, but to be honest, these Parkside manuals aren't great. I don't think it's going to be particularly complicated to put together, but I'll let you know when I get back to it. The assembly was actually relatively easy. The one thing I had to know was you have to loosen this to raise it up and down, as this is only a certain amount. It can actually go down. See, it can only go down that much. And when I had this up high, it was only stopping at about here. There's one thing I didn't know. It's lucky for me I'm okay. It holds the drill here, which is obvious. However, it doesn't work with these type of drills. I brought this drill out because I figured most people would have something similar to that, you know, as it needs somewhere to clamp onto. The clamp isn't big enough to fit around this. Granted, you don't want it to fit around that. And it can't click onto the chuck because it'd be spinning. Luckily for me, I was going to use one of these drills, which has one of these on it. Anything with a handle like that, it'll cling onto there, as that similar size. It works out for me, as I was going to dedicate this one to this, but it's something you should know, as if it worked with a cordless it would have been handier. Granted, you could have a cordless that has a slot that'll fit into this. I like this. I wish it was, I just put it in these two holes. It's just two things you have to put together. It gives a lot of movement. I wish it was magnetic though. Granted, it was only 20 quid, but that would have been nice just to have that. Other than that though, it's for 20 quid it's good, but it's very much for 20 quid. Very much for 20 quid. So let's give it a go. I'll put this into this. Comes with an Allen key. You have to put it together. You have to stick that in there, put these two bolts on, and you've had to connect this to here, and then adjust the height. For putting it together, it was actually fairly simple, but let's see how it actually works in action. Set up now, and one thing that came to my attention is this bit is very small, and it was very difficult to get on this. I thought it wasn't going to fit this. I don't understand why they didn't perhaps put something similar to this already on it, so you could just tighten and loosen it as see fit. It just barely fits it, and it's, well, it's not steel, but it's metal, and you can't bend it to fit. So that is one thing, is a big problem. It's lucky it fits my drill. It probably fit your drill, but it makes me a bit hesitant about it. Another thing I don't like is the vise doesn't go wide enough. So I won't open it the full way at the minute, but this piece, I think I had it this direction. It didn't fit it. It didn't open wide enough. I think it would be better if I could somehow stick a piece of wood onto the entire base of it and just use it for cutting wood products. Granted, this probably be better for cutting metal. Don't get me wrong though, this is like the max width, but like if I did it this direction it would fit. It was something I wish I had known, and it makes me a small bit hesitant. Another thing is, these have to be, well, you could leave them loose, you can tighten them every time. I tightened them for this just to show you, just to make sure it works, but it's a little bit annoying having to loosen these or tighten them as you see fit every time. Similar to this one, I think it would be much better if they put a wing nut on it. That way I don't have to get an Allen key every time I want to loosen and tighten it. I'd probably have to tie a Allen key to like string or something, or just somehow stick it up here just so I don't lose it. But let's see if I can drill this and shoot this at the same time now. Alright. So get it started. me wrong, it works very well when it does work well. It's just, I don't know if it would be specifically for timber bits. If you had maybe conduit pipes or something similar, or small metal bars, I think it would work ideal. As in, this is a piece of plastic, but let's say if you're drilling holes directly into it, maybe it would be a good idea for that. As for timber though, I'm probably going to get a big block of wood and maybe like bolted into these as they're actually bolted for the table, or maybe just bolted into this as the slide grip is, and just have a big bit of timber, so if I go down a bit too far it doesn't hit the base. I do like the product, I just feel it has a lot of caveats to go with it. €20, it's not bad. If it was any more I would have regretted it. Other than that though, it's solid. It's not super great, but it's 20 quid and I'm happy with the product for what I'm looking for. I don't expect for it to go over like mountains and do these great things for the price of 20 quid. Bit of a weird analogy, but anyway, I hope you like it. And this has been my review of the Parkside drill stand from Lidl.